Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and today I'm going to be taking you through a MARINATE class. MARINATE classes are slower and more restorative in nature, so if you need something that's just going to wind you down, somewhere where you can land and rest, this class is for you. If you like classes like this or you like the videos on my channel, please subscribe or share with a friend so that we can practice together all the time. And if you'd like to dive deeper into your practice, learn more, come on a retreat, go on a training, check out my website at jrockyoga.com, and I'm on Instagram at jrockyoga. Let's get to it. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so for this practice, you will need a few props. So I'm going to be using 2 yoga blocks and a yoga bolster. If you do not have these at home, feel free to stack up books, and you can use bed pillows, couch cushions, whatever you have around. So if you need to pause the video, go grab your props, set up your station, and come back, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, we're going to get started with our 2 blocks at the back of our mat, and we're going to set them up in an equal shape. So the middle setting widthwise, and you'll have to maybe move them around to see what works for you. But this bottom block will go right at the bottom of your shoulder blades, almost if you wear a bra, right where your bra strap would go, the bottom of your bra strap. And you can kind of snuggle that in there. Let your torso waterfall over it. And then the other block will be a pillow for your head. I'm going to start with the soles of my feet touching in Supta Baddha Konasana. If that doesn't feel good for you or it's too much opening too fast, your feet can be wide and your knees can drop in, or you can extend your feet long. So find what works for you. Feel free. This is a really intuitive practice, more so than anything. When we come down into our deeper resting postures, we want to aim for doing less. For example, in a vinyasa class or something a little bit more spicy, we want to work, we want to sweat, maybe we want to build towards specific postures. Here is our opportunity to just drop and allow whatever is happening in our body to be okay just as it is, not forcing, not pushing, not striving, just existing. And as you settle in here, begin to place your awareness and your attention on your breath. With each exhale, allow yourself to waterfall over the blocks a little bit more. Allow gravity to make your body denser and do the work. Almost like do the work for you. All you have to do is let everything drop, let everything go. And maybe after a few breaths, you feel the tops of your shoulder heads rolling outward to either side and getting a little heavier. Maybe there's more of a spaciousness feeling in your chest and your collarbones. Just allow yourself to drip and drop into the stillness that's happening. And for you, if you don't have stillness happening, if you have thoughts and ideas and brain synapses firing, see if you could bring your awareness to your inhales and your exhales and just follow them. And every time you find yourself getting carried away on a thought or an idea, remember that you can refocus on your breath. You can always come back. A couple more moments here. And when you feel like it's time, a couple gentle movements with your fingers. You can plant your hands and start to curl your head and neck up, press into your elbows, and then lift up to a nice comfy seat. Wrap your arms around your shins, drop your forehead down to your knees, and give yourself a little hug. Your eyes can close down, becoming a little seed, allowing yourself to really go inward. Start to sit all the way up and walk your feet a little bit in front of you and separate them a little wide. Hands will come behind you. Fingertips can face toward the front of your mat, or they can face back. See what feels better for your shoulders. And then just allow your knees to drop over to the left, and allow your knees to drop over to the right. And to the left, maybe adding in your hip, and to the right. A few more times, just with your own rhythm. If you notice any areas that feel a little sticky, you can stay a little longer. And the next time your knees drop over to the left, pause. Roll onto your left hand and start to twist towards the back of your mat. You might need to move your blocks out from either side. Come up onto your fingertips, and as you exhale, start to walk your heart towards the back of your mat. Your right thigh will want to kind of come and drag with you. See if you could pull your right knee away from you, back towards what used to be the front of the mat, and pull your heart forward, which is now the back of the mat. And just allowing a deeper stretch in your right side body. If you want more, you can walk your right hand way towards the back of your mat. Let's take about one more breath here. And then extend your right leg long, place your right forearm on the ground, and just roll to your belly, facing the back of the mat. So you'll be in a Sphinx Pose. Press down through your elbows, lift your heart through your arms, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, imagine dragging your palms back towards your hips, big stretch in your front body. If you want more, press into your hands, lift your elbows. And then as you exhale, come on down, slide your palms underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Lift to cobra through your knees and come to your child's pose. Take a few breaths here, just softening in. And then on your next inhale, glide forward. Start to dip your hips over toward the right. Walk your hands over toward the left. And spin back around toward the front of your mat. So that we're in our bent knee position once again. And lean back on your hands. Drop your knees over to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. And just make it very chill. Mobilizing your hips. The next time your knees come over to the right, pause. Start to walk and spin your left hand over to the left until your torso is facing the back of your mat. You can stay up on your hands if this is enough stretch, or you can start to come down onto your forearms. Now notice your left knee and left hip might want to come on the journey with you. See if you can keep pulling and drawing your left hip back as your heart goes forward. Find your breath here. If you want more, your left hand can walk out way towards the back of your mat. Extending, nice side body stretch. Replace your left forearm down. Start to roll onto your belly, facing the back of your mat, and come to your Sphinx. Inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, drag your forearms like they want to touch your hip points. Scooping your heart through your arms. Maybe the arms lift, or maybe the elbows lift. And then place your elbows down, slide your palms back in line with your rib cage. Inhale, cobra, maybe your toes tuck. Exhale, child's pose. Take a moment, pause here and land. As you inhale, glide forward up to all fours and just slowly start to drip your hips over toward the left. Lift your right arm up, place your right hand behind you and make the full circle. Back onto your bum, knees bent. This time, inhale, lift your heart up, and like it's almost being inflated with helium. Lift your heart up, you can press into the heels of your palms. And again, see if fingers forward or fingers back feels better for you. Fingers forward is more of a stretch in the front of the shoulders. Fingers back is more of an opening in the front of your shoulders. Less tension. So see what feels good for you. And as you inhale, really press down to lift your heart up. With each inhale, inflating your heart a little bit more. With each exhale, putting a little bit more weight into your heels. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, come up to a seat and walk your feet wide. Keep the knees a little bit bent and flex your toes up toward the sky. So you don't have to have your legs super straight. I actually encourage a bend since we haven't done a big vinyasa warm-up. So knees can be bent. Tent your fingertips up in front of you. Take an inhale to scoop your heart forward and up. And as you exhale, just crawl your hands forward. See how long you could keep your spine to start. Imagine dragging your heels back towards your sitting bones. Good, and then as you inhale, just come on back up. And as you exhale, walk back down. Lead with your heart. Heart pulls you forward. Inhale, walk back, grow tall. Exhale, come down. And this time you can stay. Maybe your forearms come down. Keep drawing your heels inward towards your sitting bones. Feel a nice deep stretch in your hamstrings. And it's funny how that happens. You can feel a stretch even though the knees are bent. We always think everything has to be straight, straight, straight. I do not think that. I think having a little bend in every single joint is great for longevity. It's great for activation of muscle. And now inhale up onto your fingertips. If you'd like, unbend, maybe you point your toes and walk your hands over towards your left leg, framing your left foot. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Doesn't have to be deep. Inhale up through center. Frame your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Bring your feet back. And we're going to place our hands behind us and just pop up into a malasana. Hands to heart, heart to thumbs. Press your elbows into your inner thighs and lift through your heart. Now, if you can't have the heels on the ground or if this feels really not good, sit on a block or sit on your bolster. Let this be more restorative. This is a MARINATE practice, so make it work for you. Really press into the outer edges of your feet. Allow pressing into the outer edges of your feet to activate the muscles in your outer thighs and pull your inner thighs open. If you'd like, arms can lift up. And then reach them forward to counter your balance as you sit back down. Hug yourself in, forehead to knees. Become a little seed. Slowly start to make your way back up and scooch back. We'll place our bolster at the front of our mat, and I'm going to make a little tower for my legs for our final inversion. So I'll put one block on the lowest setting and the next block on the middle setting, and sometimes we have to organize depending on how high we want it. And the bolster will rest upon these so that we have a little angle going on. Scoot your bum up to the bottom of the bolster and send your legs up the bolster, almost like legs up the wall. Let your toes drop out to either side. Let your palms flip up. Take a nice inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Allow yourself to soften into this posture. Really nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just right here, just right now. Where can you find a place in your body to do a little bit less, to grip a little bit less? Maybe we can't release the full tension, but maybe just like 2%. And notice that when you allow your body to release that tension, it's met with support. It's not met with more tension. So let your body know each time that it feels safe enough to let go of just a little bit of the daily tension that we all hold. It's met with support of the floor, support of your breath. It's safe to be you. It's safe to trust. It's safe to relax. Take as much time as you need here in this pose. I encourage you to stay here until you feel like a fully baked cupcake, until the timer goes off and your internal timer goes off and says, okay, it's time to get up. Not because you should get up, or time is up, or the video's over, but get up when you're ready. Shavasana. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed this stretchy marinate flow. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here, or share it with a friend so that we can practice all the time together. If you'd like to dive deeper into your practice, check out my website at jrockyoga.com and my Instagram at jrockyoga. That's where I post all the good stuff about retreats, trainings, and practicing with me in other ways. Have a great day, and I'll practice with you soon.